Download our app available from the App Store and Play Store.
Hello and welcome to Medical Dialogues, your daily dose of health and medical news. I am Dr. Nandita Mohan. Let's look at today's daily bulletin. The resident doctors of Dr. RML Hospital, New Delhi have demanded compensation for the recent death of a doctor who died during duty hours on the 4th of January 2023. The doctors have further demanded the authorities to provide compensation policy for doctors. Referring to the fact that the late resident doctor was the only bread earner of his family, RDA RML has recently returned to the Directorate General of Health Services under the Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. In a horrifying incident, 4 miscreants looted a Kurukshetra-based doctor on gunpoint and murdered his wife, who was a gynaecologist by profession. The miscreants entered the house of Dr. Atul Arora, who has a clinic at the ground floor of his house. Dr. Arora somehow escaped and tried to get help from the neighbors, but by the time they reached the house again, the miscreants had already murdered Dr. Vinita Arora after looting jewelry and money from the house. The Delhi Public Work Department, that is the PWD, as part of their efforts to boost the work of health-related projects, has decided to establish a new division called the Health Project Division, which is to be headed by the Chief Engineer of Health at his level. The Delhi High Court has ruled that the reimbursement of medical expenses under Central Government Medical Attendance Rules 1944 cannot be denied on the ground that the hospital charged an amount in excess of the approved rates in a case where the patient is referred to such a hospital.
Frequent use of antibiotics may heighten the risk of inflammatory bowel disease, Crohn's disease, and ulcerative colitis among the over 40s, suggests research published online in the journal Govt. One factor associated with IBD risk in younger people is the use of antibiotics, but it's not clear if this association might also apply in older people. To explore this further, the researchers drew on national medical data from 2000 to 2018 for Danish citizens aged 10 upwards who hadn't been diagnosed with IBD. They specifically wanted to know if the timing and dose of antibiotic might be important for the development of IBD and whether this varied by IBD and antibiotic type. Fluid on the lungs, or pulmonary edema as it's formally known, is a relatively little known hazard associated with open water swimming, one doctor in the journal BMJ case reports after treating a woman with the condition. Older age, swimming long distances, cold water, and female sex are among the risk factors, as are high blood pressure and pre-existing heart disease. But it frequently occurs in those who are otherwise fit and healthy, highlight the authors. The woman in question was in her 50s and a keen competitive long-distance swimmer and triathlete. Otherwise fit and well, she was struggling to breathe and coughing up blood after taking part in an open water swimming event at night in water temperatures of around 17 degrees Celsius while wearing a wetsuit. Her symptoms started after swimming 300 meters. On arrival at hospital, her heartbeat was rapid and a chest X-ray revealed pulmonary edema. Further scans revealed that fluid had infiltrated the heart muscle, a sign of strain known as myocardial edema, but she had no structural heart disease. Researchers in the US and Japan have discovered a new mechanism that links age-related cartilage tissue stiffening with the repression of a key protein associated with longevity. These findings enhance the understanding of mechanisms that lead to the deterioration of joints that causes osteoarthritis, according to the authors of a new study published in Nature Communications. In the study, researchers showed that increased stiffening of the extracellular matrix led to a decrease in a so-called longevity protein called klotho or alpha-klotho in knee cartilage, brought about by epigenetic changes. This klotho decreases then damage the cells in healthy cartilage called chondrocytes. Conversely, exposing aged chondrocytes to a softer extracellular matrix restored the knee cartilage to a more youthful state. That's all for today. Stay tuned to Medical Dialogues for latest updates.
Never miss a medical update from Medical Dialogues. Like, subscribe, and press the bell icon.